On the pitch. There's a high drive, deep right center, way back. Might be out of here. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. A third man scores. And look at...
Spring has sprung once again in America. As the sun rises on a new day, so too does it the dawn of a new baseball season. One that plans to be just as exciting and nail-biting as everyone before it, and everyone still yet to come.
I mean, to me, baseball it's one of those things that, every time it comes around in the spring, it's one of those things spring is here. It's almost summertime. The air, it gets a little warmer outside. It's sunny. You hear the birds chirping. It's a seasonal thing, and it's a great thing. People going out to the games, going to a ballpark in the springtime. It's a beautiful atmosphere. The games are fun, and I always love when baseball time comes around every spring.
I've been playing baseball since I was about 5 years old. Every single season I would wait for the winter to end so that I could go out and throw the ball around, and that was the highlight of my year. And some of the greatest moments of my life have come on the baseball field. And I grew up loving the Yankees. Every year they would win the World Series, and I'd be happy. And then toward the end, as I got older, they stopped winning every year. But Yankees are a good team to love, so I'm pretty happy with my baseball experience.
I'm not really a big fan of baseball. I think it's just fat people, a bunch of fat non-athletes swinging sticks, making lots of money. But it is an entertaining sport to watch come playoff time. But I've never got a chance to play, so I don't really respect it that much, but I guess it's alright.
With baseball being about as American as it comes, it has a tendency to lead to another American tradition, the debate. Everyone has his or her own opinion about how the season's going to turn out and what teams are going to be left in the end. And these so-called experts are certainly no different.
I'm expecting Albert Pujols to start slowly, but then he's going to have around June, he's going to get on a hot streak and start ripping the ball. He's going to end up with about 40 home runs like he always does. I think Jeter's going to have a bounce-back season. He was hitting the ball well after last year. So we'll see what happens.
This year it's going to be a little different than last year. I mean, there was a lot of big free agent signings in the offseason. The Marlins making some big moves. Tigers obviously bringing in Prince Fielder, and of course, the biggest one, Angels bringing in Pujols. In the American League, I think we're going to see the Tigers they're really going to take off. And I mean, they're obviously the dominant team in that Central Division there. No one really comes close to them now with Cabrera and Fielder forming that kind of two-headed monster, and obviously Verlander just dominant. They have a pretty good pitching staff over there. And also the Rangers, they've been a great team for the last few years. I think both of those teams are going to have really good regular seasons. Individually, I think you might see Miguel Cabrera. I think you might see him take home the MVP award this year in the American League.
I think Derek Jeter is going to win his first MVP award. He's going to have an average of 400 with 30 home runs. And of course, he's going to rack up that Gold Glove, baby. Let's go Yankees.
So with their storylines for the season set, it only comes down to one thing: who they think will be facing off the Fall Classic come October, and who in the end will be bringing home a World Series ring to their home city.
For my World Series predictions, the American League, I think it's going to be the Rangers in the World Series for the third straight year for them. I mean, they've really kept their core together for the last few years with that hitting of Hamilton, Cruz, Kinsler, all those guys. They have a great core there, and they picked up Yu Darvish, so I think they're going to be a really dominant team. I think they're going to make it to the World Series for the American League. The National League is a little more wide open, a bit tougher to pick a team out of there. But I guess I don't know. I kind of like the Braves. They have a solid rotation, not overwhelming, and a lot of promising young talent in the lineup. So I guess the Braves make it. And out of those two, I would say the Rangers finally get it done. Get there for the third straight year, the experience, and I think they finally win their World Series.
My pick for the World Series, I think it's going to be the Yankees. They have a very deep lineup if they could just get their pitching situations straightened out. And I think the Braves are going to make a push for it too.
It's a World Series prediction. That's a tough question. Of course, got the Yankees.
I think the Yankees are gonna come out on top. I think they have the strongest lineup in the major leagues.
And from the NL side, going with the Cubs, baby, winning their first championship in over 100 years. It's possible. NL sucks this year, so Cubs, baby, Cubs all the way.
So there you have it, folks. An in-depth look into what is expected out of this year's Major League Baseball season. From the opening day jitters to the dog days of August, it is sure to be a wild ride this baseball season. Because just when you think you know what's happening, baseball pulls one out of the hat and throws you a curveball.